Welcome back, Salty Gamers. This is the account for the farming guide for 2024. It's been about 6 months since I started the account, just under 5.5 months. It's been a good while since I've done a video, so without further ado, let's get into this. So we're now in May. I'm using the new Windows app for the game. We won our Grand Arena. A lot of stuff happening. So level 85, 1.8 million GP. So I took a GP influx because I bought the Lightspeed bundle for the Negotiator and the Geos. And now this was going to be free to play, but free to play unless you're extremely efficient and know what you're doing is almost but dead any time a Lightspeed bundle with ships comes into it. If it's Lightspeed bundles without ships, that's alright, but if you're building an account, jump into Fleet Arena and then all of a sudden you've got hyperdrive bundles and Lightspeed bundles to deal with, especially Lightspeed bundles that gives you a 7-star Negotiator. You can kiss your crystals almost instantly goodbye. So that's why I bought that. So I've switched my focus, which I'll get into. So what did the first few months look like on the account? So I wasn't farming any of this. This is currently my farm. So I started off the farming guide to be as efficient as possible as you go through. So that's getting teams ready for assault battles, credit heist, training droids, and as well going for efficient journeys. So our first journey is Executor. We're still doing that, even though we've got Negotiator, we're still doing Executor, but it's going to take some time. So whilst we're doing that, I done a Phoenix start with Captain Rex, got them all to 7 stars. Captain Rex took around 4.5 to 5 months. That was with a lot of refreshes as well. But that gave us a 7-star Thrawn and 7-star Palpatine doing that. I've done the Iden Versio team. That was these two teams carried me through Galactic War without a problem. Iden Versio gives you a solid defence even at this in GAC, as well as it gives you an assault battle, 2 assault battles. So you'll see here 2 assault battles for the top, because you get the Rebel one and the Phoenix one, and you get the Empire one and the Imperial Trooper one for Iden. So that cuts the 2. Easy starting teams carries you through all the battles that you need to do, as well as Galactic War. Coming on to the Sith then, these were just Sith that were easily farmable. So I was always going to do Savage, but with guild currency I got Traya, Darth Maul and Sith Assassin. And throughout the journeys you get Darth Vader anyway, and these are a requirement for Executor, so they've just been thrown in here, and it helps for geo killing and GAC, and it done me enough to get to the bonus tier under Assault Battle. This team will be updated in due course, but it's as well doing enough for now. So we've got the Jedi one. This is doing, I've not tried it with the relics yet because the Assault Battle's not came out since I bought them. However, it's got me holds and won me GAC this time around, this match that just passed yesterday, because they couldn't get through the Qui-Gon Omicron. Highly recommend this Omicron in Carbonite for your first few Grand Arenas as your first Omicron. Even with Yoda and low tier Jedi, I managed to get this. So I'm focusing on Executor, but I'm also going for Jabba. So I built a Hutt Cartel Bounty Hunter team instead of the standard Bosk team, because I'm slow farming the ships because they're taking a while. So I've managed to get a Hutt Cartel Bounty Hunter team up using Boba, again an Executor requirement, but these are all requirements somewhere. Cad Bane will be a pilot and within the Executor farm as well, so for the Executor, so these going to Gear 12 Relic isn't a problem eventually. We still want to farm out our mods team, which is for the challenge that you get, but that's on the back burner just now whilst I keep my fleet going so I can get my 400 shards. I built Ewoks quite early. A lot of people don't like Tebow. Tebow does totally fine. Takes a bit more gear leveling requirements to get 3PO. A bit more of a struggle. At least gear 12 and a bit of good RNG for the Ewoks, all the Ewoks. So a bit of a hassle, but he works in the Endor raid as well, and he carried me through the early stages of the Endor raid when we were doing that. Plus he gets us shards of Wicket. So I'm getting, every month I've had shards of Wicket. I've got about 60 or something just from the Ewoks being built up and passively farming Wicket, so it's a hard mode farm I don't need, and eventually I'll get a Zeta and I could use them in an assault battle if I need to. And then we've got the Inquisitors, so we've got 8th Brother totally farmed out, and that's because he's our current farm, because on his node we've got the IG 2000 which I'm pushing 6 stars on. But it's a slow go because I'm roughly getting 1 to 3 shards a day, so it's taking a long time. I've been farming that since I opened up the node, but the rest of the Inquisitors will get built up once I have the ships done, and I could free up some space because most of them are hard mode farms. Side teams that I managed to get, I got Palpatine up, Mara Jade's at 4 stars. She's doing the work. I still need to bring them up in gear level. TIE Pilot's almost relict. And that's just solely through what I've already been farming. I've got Santa Staros sort of ready to go for her team. Bought out Rebel Officer Leia. Got Stormtrooper Han. Any store purchases that we could get, I got as we went. Planning in advance, but I've not geared any of them yet. If I didn't have anything unlocked to get a Cantina farm that I needed, I done Sana. The Dash team will look sort of as below, so I've been farming out Hondo and double drops, but now because of the Lightspeed bundle I've went to clones because I'm going to get gas whilst I'm waiting on Executor ships finishing out. So Hondo, I've got Beskar Mando to finish up. I'm slow farming his requirements and then I'll get them geared. Through the Lightspeed bundle I got the Grievous droids, so I've put Stapp in here because I'm going to slow farm him out soon, just to make sure that I've got 1 5-star character for the new raid coming out. He's on Cantina, so he shouldn't be too bad a farm. I should really have farmed him out on double drops in hindsight, but I got overtaken with the Lightspeed bundle and climbing fleet. So we've got Grievous coming up to 7 stars, and then I've just got my Levelance, his capital ship, to farm out with Get 2 as well, to make him even more viable. So we've got Padme at 7 stars now. I got that with the Geos, so she'll go together with this team down here, and then Qui-Gon will get other Jedi. We'll eventually build out Moff Gideon's team. This is sort of a makeshift Tarkin team that we could use now and again. We've got our Mon Mothma, and then when we get Starkiller, this will be the team I run, and this is just another bounty hunter team that could, with a different lead, but that doesn't need to be there anymore. So that's how that's looking. My GAC defense is Qui-Gon Omicron. The Geos on the back wall, which I still need to get the Omicron, but I'm waiting on 3 Omegas. And then that will be that, and then I'll throw the Omicron for Territory War for the Guild on Poggle, and they'll be solid, and they should also, with a bit of modding, be able to get Watch Shards. We've got Iden, and then we had the Ewoks in for defense as well. Offense, we've got Phoenix. We're going to have these hunters built up. This is for fast Mando disintegration, but it will actually be instead of Chrysanthemum and Boba, It'll be Dengar, no, Django, where is it? And Bosk. So that's who we'll use there. We've got Emperor Palpatine Mara Jade, which will use Royal Guard because Tarkin will be elsewhere. Savage Romy can be used solo but also with Treya. We'll have Sana team, we'll have Veer's troopers for when we use them, depending on the circumstance, and then we've got the Dash team as well. So that's how we're looking at the first GC teams. I'm just going to make sure that we're still recording because we're using the app and I'm on one monitor. Yep. So that's how we're looking there. So the assault battle teams is really the bread and butter. We'll formulate our defence and offence and GC around these. The more we could get that's getting challenge tier 1 and above on assault battles, the quicker we'll get the bigger journeys and relics done. And then the grind comes to Bronzium Wire and all the rest of it. So currently we just need to farm out Dark Trooper and Gideon and finish off Piet, and we could have Veer's troopers up and running. That will replace Iden troopers because they're not as good, I don't think, in the assault battle at later stages. I've yet to test. This team will be the Jedi team. It will replace the one that we're currently using, but we might not need to do that for some time because of having high relics. We should hopefully be able to get challenge tier 1 once it comes around. CLS will get the Rebel one. We've got R2. We just need to get 3PO, which we're looking at getting soon. Then I'll farm out Han Solo with raid currency and 2PO and finish off the Chewbacca journey, and then go for CLS and then relic them out, which was always the intention for going for Jedi Knight Luke, which might fit into our Jedi team. So we'll also go for Darth Revan and Malak because we'll have Jedi Knight Revan, and that will be our Sith team there. Because we bought our gas bundle, we got a Saj Ventress and had already managed to get Merrin close to 7 stars, and the double drops just pushed her over. I'm changing this now from Spirit to Zombie because it's a better lineup, because both of them now are in Galactic War, so it's easier to farm. Zombie, that it used to be a hard mode, and then it's just Talzin that we need to get, and then Grand Inquisitor for the Inquisitor assault battles. Now the Inquisitors would get 2, but also 2 assault battles as well, because they could do the Empire one, and they would also, I think their one comes around twice as well, so they're really good investment. So the main journeys that we've done so far is Palpatine, Thrawn and R2. Then we're looking at getting Afra, then Darth Revan, CLS, 3PO. This isn't necessarily the order, just depending on what I'm farming at the time. Chewbacca, Jedi Knight Luke and Padme, Grand Inquisitor, Starkiller, Jedi Knight Revan, and Darth Malak with gas as well. So that's how we're looking now. The GLs that we're going for in sort of the order, the last 2 will vary, so we're going for Jabba first because that is probably the best Galactic Legend to get, that will give you good mod rewards, which will help progress your account and underdog a lot of accounts that don't have too good an investment in mods. Then we'll go for Leia because she's just right now the best up and coming. By the time we're farming her, all our stuff will be double drops. Jedi Master Luke because they 3 all tie in nicely. Because we've done Executor, it's not a long hot skip and a jump to Sith Eternal. And then Lord Vader. Because of the gas bundle, we're not that far off getting Lord Vader also. So what we're currently farming is I'm trying to get as many relic levels on my pilots as I can. using the extra crystals that we got, I get every day from getting first place in Fleet Arena. So I get 400 crystals a day, so long as I time my Fleet Arena at the right time. So almost getting 25, and I'll get him up to relic 4, and then if we go across to, and then we'll get, so they'll all go up to at least 5. Ahsoka, I'm working on her mods just to try and get 6 dot mods, because the more 6 dot mods the faster the ships. Oh perfect, rolls 4 speed. So that's the plan there. So everybody is going to get 6 dot mods. As you can see, Anakin's got 4 already. And everybody will go to relic 5. And that's just the initial lineup. So that's what we're doing there. And then the Ewoks I'm trying to gear up, but because we had issues with the guild, so basically one of the people I made officer kicked Doc Dusty, if you recall him. He'd been in the guild right from the start, helped build it up from the ground, and from there it was just like an open tap, and a lot of people left, so we dropped a lot of GP, and the more GP we lost, the more people left, so it was like a vicious cycle. So since then I managed to get in touch with a guy that was looking to get a lot of people into his guild, that had dropped in numbers as well, so we've done a sort of merge where the higher GP guys have went across to Omnipotent, and then my alt account that I made just to help get tickets etc into the guild is now running the previous Guild of Dragons, and what we're doing now is focusing the first guild is mainly for beginners. So the minimum requirement is level 22 get in, and then just start building your account. We'll run Heroic Sith, one of the officers, Cal, he can't commit as much time as he used to, so he's offered to run and complete the raids for it, and then we'll just smash up the levels there, and then they could eventually hopefully filter through into Omnipotent, and then advance their accounts that way. So it's sort of stepping stone guild is the idea there. So that's what's happened there, and that's what's slowed the account down slightly, but starting to pick up. We're just waiting on the Heroic Sith rewards coming in for tonight, and then I'll start getting these Ewoks geared. Once they're geared and credits are in, because I'm really laxing credits, we'll get the Ewoks finished, get 3PO in the bag, and then it's on to farm out the Skywalker requirements. I'll have a look at the journey and show you how close that actually is. So this is the team he'll get once we have unlocked him. So our current farms is 8 brother. I'm kind of using as much of my free crystals as I'm getting. Well, I say free, it costs me, but this is the problem, is that we do 2 runs and we'll get 1 shard. So whilst we're doing that, we've also got Bosk and Houndstooth to get. We're almost at 5 stars with Houndstooth. 3 shards of Houndstooth, can't complain. I'm just going to double up on this, and 6 shards, so can't complain there on the ship front with Houndstooth. That takes him up to 5 stars. And then we're also doing the Mando requirements as we go. The other Other things that we're farming is Bad Batch, because we're trying to get the Marauder to make that Malevolence all the more dangerous. So also we'll get the Y-Wing, which is the tank for the Negotiator fleet. So we're just trying to pick out the Galactic Republic fleet as best as we can. There's a rumour that it might be a General Skywalker capital ship coming out this year. It was Ravens last year, it might be Gas this year. If it is, it could well be on the cards depending on what the requirements are. Therefore I'm going for Gas now, because it just makes sense with the Lightspeed bundle, and then it gives me a good character as well. And if it happens to lead on to raids or other journeys throughout the year, even better. We've got a 4-star wicket. Right, so journey characters. Done the top 4, done Padme. Used the Geos, but we've also got the droids. We've got Jar Jar in the game now. Eventually I'll slow roll these to at least 5 stars just for the raid. See what the raid's all about. And then Executor. So let's look at our Executor journey. Come out of here because it's easier to look in this bit. Journey guide, characters. So here's the characters that we're currently looking at. We've got 3 close to Relic, and then we've got 2 at level 85. Pia is almost gear 12. Can't get gear 12 until he's 7 stars anyway. So I'm just trying to pick out the requirements as we go and gear them up. Problem being is we've got no credits, 2 million. For a long time I missed out on a lot of training droids because I forgot that you needed scoundrels for the training droids, and training droids ran out rapid. We're building all the other teams, so factor that in if you're following the guide. Is just make sure you're getting your training droids in. In terms of ships, we've almost got TIE Advanced done. IG 2000 is almost at 6 stars. Houndstooth's just hit the 5 stars. Razor Crest is hitting great on 260. We've got 70 shards left of that. We don't need Executrix anymore because we bought the Negotiator. So we've got our 7-star ship, but we're on track to get 7 stars of Executrix as well. We've got Slave 1 done. Imperial TIE Pilot, TIE Fighter and TIE Bomber are done. Double drops finished TIE Bomber because that went really slow, where I was getting no drops at all for days on end. So that just clears that up for the ships. So we've got R8 and R8, which for the relic materials. If I go to the shipments, actually guild activity, we've got more than enough aero magnifiers to get us to relic 8. So, and we've got 20 Symbidal cards already factored up, and impulse detectors. We need more impulse detectors. I think we need 40 of them as well. So that's where we are on that. Fleet Arena. So quickly, just go gas. So I've done the first event. Basically the bundle just gives you this first node, really simply. If you've already got Padme and 3PO, you can literally walk in to do the next tier. I don't know about the Zetas or anything, possibly the Zetas on Padme, relic them at least, and some Zetas on 3PO, but you should do them anyway for the teams in general. Don't skimp out, they're good teams. And then you get another 50 shards, and then this team is all but given to you anyway, as well, I believe. Maybe B1 Zeta is needed, but that's all you do. And then you've got gas. you actually get an extra 5 shards of gas. You get 150 and you unlock them at 145. But then we need to use our Mark II guild currency to buy them out. And we could just get one as well. I think it's get one. Yeah, get one. And he has several Zetas to go on as well. Once we've got Executor and our Bounty Hunter ships up, we'll start farming out Millennium Falcon to go into a Rebel fleet when we go for loot. So once we start getting CLS done, then we'll start thinking about buying out Hermit Yoda. When gas is finished, then I'll do Hermit Yoda, etc. In terms of ships, what we farm here, we start with TIE Advanced. None, so we run it again. And we've got 3. So we're on 10 shards left. And then we go for the Marauder, because that ship will go massively with our negotiator fleet. We've fully completed, because of the negotiator, we've fully completed all of the fleet node, all 3-starred everything. So, and because the Lightspeed bundle, we don't need to farm out B1 Battle Droid, we don't need to farm out Shaq T. So once we have done Marauder, Outrider, Iden ship, and Raven's Claw, we could start focusing on stuff like IG-12. We've done Mirren. Unless we do Ray, we don't. When we ever come to Ray, we could worry about the nodes there. We get the Rebel Y-Wing, so we'll need to farm this node, and then we'll also farm Omega. Oh, we've not 3-starred, so we'll just do this and out. So just get rid of TIE Pilot. Easy battle. Now we've 3-starred everything. So we'll get TIE Echelon when we ever do Kylo Ren, or Supreme Leader Kylo. We'll need to do Scout Trooper, but we've got him at 4 stars already. So that's where we are on fleet battles. We've been pushed out to 12 now, as more and more negotiators come in to the shard. So ideally we want to stay in the top 10. So top 10 gives us 200 crystals a day, top 5 for 300, preferably first place. So I'll try and work it around what would normally be the payout time, so that I'm not bumping anybody out of crystals. So I'm just trying not to get a negotiator mirror match. Not really getting one, but we'll go for this one, Chrono. So he's not really done anything, so 333. That's why I got the Geo bundle as well, because I've worked on the ships, so the Geos are all Relic 3 as well. I think get a stun on that again. Okay, so they can't be anything killed. Just try and pull in, get on everybody and make sure some fats spawn. There's the public Y-Bank. Let's make sure everybody can't be instant killed. And just like that, annihilation. So now, just to keep pushing, closer to my time, 7 hours to go, to push into first place, get the 400 crystals, then if I get pushed back, that's all fine and well, and that's the plan there. I keep currency for all the ship, the fleet store refreshes, which will refresh in 10 minutes, just in case I get lucky with getting Rex right now, because that's the other ship I'm farming. And Razor Crest. So that's where the account is currently at just now. Thanks for sticking by. We'll just do a couple of challenges to finish off, just to get the dailies done. So yeah, thanks for sticking by with me. Sorry for the long delay, moved house, etc. So been all over the place in the last few months as well. But I'm back at it now, and I will update this account as and when any major updates happen. Next one will probably be when I get close to getting gas, or when I do gas. Just to have a wee look at GC before I finish up. So next opponent, Relic 7 Iden, 2.4 million. We'll see if they can get through my current defence. If I just go back one and review. So got Qui-Gon on the bottom wall, and they never managed to get through him. And then back wall is where my geos are. Might move them to the front wall, but I want to see how the ships do on defence. So Iden's sort of the sacrifice on the north, and that's GC. Thanks for watching everybody, and remember, stay salty.